business-wise for a long time.
Well, that's why it's only business. It was really, away from that, I explained why I didn't hang out with him. Right? Because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my stuff.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. Now, like, and when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter. Like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, "Yo, nah, I'll spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this, and it's in it only because he's uncomfortable." You don't hear him talking about French. French was right there, right? Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm scared.
We're listening.
No, they see this. You see this. They see this. Nah, you see this. They won't act like that. Oh, we got nothing to do with that. If we could just...
A new lawsuit has emerged, bringing Jay-Z back into the spotlight due to his connection with Diddy. 50 Cent is targeting everyone linked to Diddy, and things are getting intense. Diddy's legal issues are escalating, with his lawyers now trying to delay his trial for years. A new indictment reveals the number of victims Diddy allegedly mistreated is in the hundreds, suggesting this is just the beginning. To make matters worse, Cassie has announced she'll testify in Diddy's trial, and we know she has a lot to say. Let's take a closer look at all the celebrities tied to Diddy.
You got close when he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, Meek is in the same shirt. It's out there in the same shirt. I was not offended by what I was offended by. Guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take you to see. Damn, they found it that quick.
So what do you think's happening in the middle?
I don't know what's going on. Because it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we gotta hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out.
Yeah.
She said, I don't know, maybe I'll take you shopping and I get you some flash and you can give me the hood. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm gonna mess up the way. Certain things they let it go by because it's fluff. He wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway.
All these years, you being the only one calling this out.
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They said that you're a hater.
You're a hater. Yeah, and now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting.
Believe it or not, 50 Cent might be Diddy's biggest problem right now. His relentless focus on exposing Diddy's crimes and connections has only made things worse for the mogul. Recently, on a podcast, 50 Cent shared how Meek Mill was spotted wearing matching outfits with Diddy at a party. Diddy had invited 50 to go shopping with him first, but 50 turned him down, realizing what Diddy was really implying. Meek, however, accepted the offer, seeing Diddy as a stepping stone to success.
20, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a Black Billionaires lunch. Yeah. You understand?
Right.
And we here together and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. You look at this. If you look at this, he has one. Exactly. He ain't show up. He's still now. He got like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
It was one same time, guys. It was he got them since he started drinking. Thanks the cup.
Wait a minute. You're saying the success is derived from the marriage.
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
His career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce
is when he started to receive the 16 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, 1.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association. Like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just...
Jay-Z isn't escaping the allegations anytime soon either. Both he and Beyonce have long been close friends of Diddy, and according to 50 Cent and other insiders, they symbolize everything that's wrong with the hip-hop industry. Some claim Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage is more of a business arrangement than a personal bond. Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce all work together, which is why Jay-Z's name keeps resurfacing in connection with this mess.
Person who was always anti-Diddy and was always speaking about Diddy as a problematic person was 50 Cent. And it turns out that it's just been announced that he's created a docu-series on Netflix. I can't wait to see this. The other end of that, every person who has tried to speak out about this, who has tried to speak out about the industry, the type of people that are controlling the industry, the attacks that people face from the media if they try to speak out, is always the same. They're called crazy. And an example of one such individual who went through those sorts of attacks is the actor Orlando Brown. He was on Disney, and I remember everyone telling us that he was totally insane and deranged when he was saying a lot of things that at the time sounded crazy, particularly about Diddy. Take a listen.
The requirement is you gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he's gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take but he won't you.
Diddy, to me, is the fall guy. You're still seeing a major effort to protect the big names, just like what
50 Cent is on a mission to expose everyone connected to Diddy, and Meek Mill and Jay-Z are just the beginning. He's determined to bring more names to light as he continues to unravel the web of associations tied to Diddy's inner circle.
I'm going in. Look, better believe it. Shout out Dam Jam. We the best. You know what it is. It's 1 in 10, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
You know he is to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessing to the whole entire universe.
Diddy's and Ross, which they good bodies, okay? They're gang. Both. Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and he did it?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah. That's
Sorry to say the wrong.
I know.
Hamas supporter. Okay. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Take a look at everyone who was partying with Diddy back in 2010. These people once claimed to be his best friends, but now they're acting like they never even knew him. Busta Rhymes, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and Usher have always been close to Diddy. In May 2018, Trump's National Doral Golf Course in Miami had to shut down because of a shooting incident involving Jonathan Auty. Auty claimed to be Diddy's alleged sex slave and said he was being controlled.
Sean Diddy Combs is facing new accusations of human trafficking as he awaits his federal trial. In a civil case filed in Florida April 1st, Joseph Manzaro alleges, according to court documents obtained by E! News, that he was drugged, transported against his will, and sexually maimed as a victim of a coercive and organized criminal enterprise facilitated by Combs and others back in 2015, and named celebs such as Beyonce, Jay-Z, and LeBron James as witnesses in the lawsuit. In his filing, Manzaro says the alleged events took place in April 2015. He states that he lost consciousness after feeling a, quote, greasy substance resembling Vaseline as he opened the front door to his home, after which he says he was transported to another residence, where an associate of Combs allegedly told him that the music mogul wanted him brought to a freak-off event. Manzaro alleges in the suit he was secretly transferred to the music producer's home through a concealed tunnel allegedly connected to Gloria Estefan and Emilio Estefan's Miami property. He alleges that upon regaining partial consciousness, he found himself inside a large party area upon information and belief that it was a birthday party for Combs' then 17-year-old son Christian Combs. There, he was allegedly forced to appear in a penis mask. The lawsuit states, Jay-Z and Beyonce Knowles Carter were seated in the room, and upon seeing Manzaro, Beyonce Knowles Carter asked, "What's this? What's this all about? Why is this half-naked white man with a penis mask standing here in front of me?" Manzaro alleges in the lawsuit that he was then forcibly paraded through multiple rooms filled with people who were jeering and taunting him.
High-profile individuals, including Jacob Arabo, Jay-Z, Gloria Estefan, LeBron James, and Beyonce Knowles Carter, are identified as witnesses due to their presence or knowledge of the events surrounding the freak-off orchestrated by defendant Diddy. Wow. And freak-off, of course, is something that we've heard many times before, both in Combs' criminal case and other civil cases, to describe these prolonged sexual episodes, usually with sex workers. But Manzaro is suing Sean Combs. He is suing a man named Eric Mejias. He is suing Brendan Paul, who has been described in another lawsuit as Sean Combs' drug mule, Emilio Estefan, who is married to pop superstar Gloria Estefan, and Adria English, who filed her own lawsuit against Sean Combs, claiming she too was a victim of sex trafficking. By the way, it's interesting he's not suing these other celebrities that I mentioned, like Jay-Z and Beyonce and Gloria Estefan, possibly because he doesn't believe their alleged liability amounted to a civil claim, but seems to want to call them as witnesses at a trial, although I have to imagine they will do everything in their power to quash any subpoena should this case progress, and we'll talk a little bit more about whether or not it will.
Interestingly, a new civil lawsuit has just been filed against Jay-Z, Beyonce, and even LeBron James, accusing them of being involved in a Diddy-hosted party, where a man was allegedly sexually abused and humiliated. The victim, Joseph Manzaro, claims he was drugged, transported against his will, and sexually assaulted as part of a coercive organized criminal operation allegedly facilitated by Diddy and others in 2015. As time goes on, more names may surface, and hopefully, those guilty of these horrific crimes will face justice.
It's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I see them now. Some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all their memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people. I ain't been nowhere near that, man. I ain't done none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people. It's so many things people say, so much stuff, but that one your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
When you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome, and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
You really heard that?
Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
The thing is, it's not just rappers acting suspiciously around Diddy. Some of Hollywood's biggest actors, including Will Smith and Jennifer Lopez, have allegedly been involved in intimate relations with him. Why else would Will speak out publicly against Diddy now? The rumors about Will and J.Lo attending Diddy's parties aren't new. Even Jimmy Kimmel has mentioned them. Will stayed quiet back then, but he's speaking out now. likely because he knows he might get dragged into this lawsuit sooner or later.
Worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got shit in my past. I'm not.
Everybody got a little bit.
Look,
Like,
I took
I
took a pill, but it was for me to perform better. That's all I remember, buddy. I didn't give her a drink so she forget what the happened. What the is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drug. I gave me a fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that. Did it work? Yo, bro, I'm doing pretty good. You know, it's like, but I'm just saying, this is the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
Why? I don't know why it's so hard for people
So
to
for me, I
acknowledge
feel like
shit is
you
weird.
would have something, or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. This is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues, and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what is that?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. And when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip hop culture could think that everybody in hip hop culture is with that shit.
Unlike everyone else, 50 Cent doesn't have anything to hide. He stated that he doesn't have crimes like that in his past. According to 50, everyone in Hollywood knew what was going on at Diddy's parties, yet they still attended. 50, however, stayed away, saying he's not freaky like that.
About P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
But was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing. I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go to the 90s and Keefe D said they paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
So like you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries. They went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily...
Another big name in the mix is Leonardo DiCaprio. When he's not making headlines for dating women half his age, it seems he's been spotted at Diddy's infamous parties, which have raised plenty of eyebrows.
Netflix docuseries that you've been working on. Diddy Do It?
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle. You weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way he would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it. Just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like when I see today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy. It's kind of interesting. I think that civil suit turned into a look. they looked at it like maybe it's a criminal situation.
Right.
A little early, and it could have been the same lobbyists and the same people that use their connections to make that happen for Puff.
Is that kind of why you was going hard on him the last couple years? Is it because of the liquor situation? Because, to be honest, since the situation he's in now, it's kind of like you fell back on him. Was this all over the liquor, or you just said?
Well, most of that was motivation. That was competing,
right?
For, with brands, and he was ahead of me,
right?
Because he had been working on Ciroc and stuff like that, and then integrating it into our culture with Coco Loso and different things with different people, connected to it. So, yeah, that's what that was. But when you look at, he would do a lot of foul shit. Like behind the scenes, he would do some foul shit.
All these celebrities are reportedly nervous about what might be revealed in 50 Cent's upcoming documentary, which Diddy himself first announced in December 2023. It's set to drop in the next few months, and it promises to uncover all of Diddy's secrets and the people tied to him. 50 claims that his docuseries doesn't focus on the current gossip, but instead dives deep into how Diddy's alleged criminal operations are run.
And that's what it f***ed up at. You can tell me Pup went away for a long time, bro, but do you not hear the of Meek Mill? Do you not hear all of the shake it off, take that of Will Smith? Can you not give me the oh God of TD Jakes? I just don't want to be in the room where niggas be actually doing this, man, because that's crazy for a real Crip to pull up and be like, yo, my nigga, like, check this out. Like, I really heard Carl Winslow in there. Like, yo, I was like, yo, getting slapped like that. Slap. Who was he banging this out like a... Next thing you know, he walk in there and it's actually my mother.
Is Diddy a dangerous man?
Nah, you missed the fact that was my mom. Like, that was Jaguar Wright getting... It's Carl Winslow,
I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is?
Usher, Odell Beckham Jr., Terrence Howard, and Justin Bieber are also names linked to Diddy. Orlando Brown, once seen as unstable, has claimed to expose those in the industry living secret lives. 50 Cent has long said these men are part of what's called gay for pay. Terrence Howard described it as trading masculinity for fame, selling integrity for money, and now they're haunted by the consequences.
Where did that come from? How did that? A bomb question.
When did you miss that train?
How did that go?
That train might have left the
That
station,
train took
but
off
you were
from the
right
station.
there.
Yeah,
You were right there to get on that.
That train took off from the station for sure.
Yeah. I wasn't at that train station.
You left early?
That was down the street from me. I wasn't there.
No.
Did you ever meet Diddy?
Yo, what the
I forgot you.
He's like, yo, I've seen pictures with you.
Speaking of Cassie, it's now confirmed that she will be one of the key witnesses the government will call to testify. Cassie witnessed firsthand how Diddy allegedly ran his operation, and the details she can reveal will be difficult for Diddy to deny. As Gene Deal mentioned, Cassie's civil lawsuit played a significant role in bringing Diddy's criminal case to light.
Here's a little bit more about what we know of Dr. Dawn Hughes. So it's in an exhibit that was filed in this case, and it's called Disclosure as to Expert Witness Dawn M. Hughes, PhD, ABPP. Dr. Hughes is a clinical psychologist and a board-certified forensic psychologist and a leading expert on sexual abuse, interpersonal violence, victimization, and traumatic stress. The following include the anticipated opinions the government expects Dr. Hughes will offer regarding sexual abuse and victim responses to sexual abuse, coercive control, coping strategies during and in relation to sexual abuse, delayed disclosure, and memory of sexual abuse. Quote, the government expects that Dr. Hughes will testify about coercive control as a tactic of victimization, i.e. the state to process of becoming a victim, and a strategy to gain dominance across a spectrum of relationships. Coercive control often includes a variety of physical, sexual, and or emotional tactics that together function to control the victim. Allegations implicate dozens of unidentified witnesses and alleged co-conspirators around the world, and some of the key witnesses to the supposed incidents are dead. Basically meaning, how can we defend against it? The defense is not even permitted to share the identities of the individuals described in the disclosure letter with Mr. Combs until April 18th, further hampering defense counsel's ability to investigate. Collectively, these new allegations require many months, if not years, to investigate, and if admitted, would require a series of mini trials, certain to double the length of a trial the government originally said would last 3 weeks. So this is an explosive allegation that on its face, I don't know if I necessarily disagree with. If they are bringing in evidence of uncharged conduct, wouldn't the defense have an opportunity to investigate it and challenge it? It seems like they're making a point. So if this evidence is allowed in,
50 Cent might be the only one bold enough, or crazy enough, to blow the lid off everything. His docuseries Did He Do It is coming soon, and when it drops, it's going to change everything. Stay tuned, because this is far from over. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next update in what could be the biggest celebrity scandal of our generation.